First thing I'm doing here is giving myself about 90 seconds in this position to really get my elbow to relax and stretch out here. The 90 seconds is part of a functional range conditioning protocol. As the minimal amount of time needed to stretch, to kind of get your cells in your body to get the signal that you want them to initiate a change based on the position that you're in for a long period of time. Of course, this takes place over weeks, months. You don't just get it in one day. You get some immediate release, and then you have to train that new position. You have to keep doing that until your body feels like it has control of that position in order to actually have lasting strength here. So I'm really just trying to get my bicep and elbow flexors to relax here and open up. Almost there. Just got to be careful as I come out of this one because it will be unstable as I come out of it, since it's holding on really tight to this area and doesn't trust the position anymore. I'm going to slowly come out of that one. Especially since it had an injury in the past. And now I'm going to go into stability training of that particular area. So position this so that it's directly across from a straight arm position. Every position used, you can see what's going on better. Since most of my problematic area is on the outside here on the radius, I'm going to be doing most of my attention fully to the outside, but I'll want to get both sides just for good measure. I'm going to make sure I'm pulling the shoulder down and back so that we can build from this scap wrap position here. And from here, keeping that elbow close to the side. In and forward. I've already done quite a lot of these throughout the past couple of days, so my lats are very sore from keeping my shoulder blade down. So I'm not going to do too many of these today. I don't want to overtrain the stability work. It's kind of funny if you even say that. I'm going to try to get this in several different positions. So now I'm going to work on supinating outward. Get me a good position here. And all I'm doing is teaching my elbow to be safe in extension in these positions so that I can get that range of motion back. See, it really starts to shake at that end position because it doesn't trust that position anymore. So I'm just going to teach it with control that it can trust that position again. Whew, it's a lot of work. So my lat down here is on fire right now with this. Pronate now, this way. the same thing from this angle so I get this medial stability as well. Now I will also train this with my shoulders inlocated versus retracted and depressed. I'll also train it in protraction and in elevation because you want it to be smart in all positions. And what I'm doing here is just doing these micro bends in and out just to work on slight bend and deflection. Here I'm going to go into supination. And this is just one of many different things I'll be using to help with rebuilding my elbow stability. So with the functional range conditioning or any kind of end range training work, you have a limited amount of time after you do the stretch where you have like this window of when the end range will stay open, window of time to like train that end range. If you don't work on that end range during that window of time, which for me is about 30 minutes to an hour after opening that place up. If you don't train that during that time, then I kind of lose that training window. So it's important to train the stability or the strength at within that window of stretch, otherwise you're just going to go back to what your body was doing before. Now I'm going to triple up this band here. This one here. I'm going to hold only out, but nice and tight here. Same idea here. Now I can get a little bit of work on my other side too. Both sides are really on fire now. All this is doing, remember, is just neuromuscular connection for stability. It's not for hypertrophy, but you might get a little bit of that in the time under tension. Highly unlikely. I know this isn't, it's kind of silly how tired this makes me. All right, so now we're going to do similar with knee stability. So for this one, I'm not going to have to do too much stretching for. I'm just going to go straight into the training of it. Here. So what I'm doing is just training this area to stay
as much in alignment as it can as I'm moving through these ranges. It's very tricky because this will actually teach you your true range of motion in your hip, because you don't have gravity to help you get deeper. It's not very much. It's very humbling. This way I have a lot more strength this direction, with the muscles on the outside are much stronger than the muscles on the inside. See how little bend I get with that? But the more I come to the outside with my leg here, it allows me to get deeper into my hip socket. And that's going to be different for everybody. There, if I turned out more, I could get even deeper. But I'm not training that right now. I'll also go this way, just for good measure. Oh, this one sucks so much because it's pulling into my hip flexor more. Yeah, that didn't last long. Other side. Ah, this hip sucks. Then after that, we do these things called monster walks, which if you've ever done PT before, it stands for physical therapy. Probably going to end up doing some of these at least once. So you're pushing outward that as you're squatting, so that you're building this outer portion of the hips, and then testing it under different stresses. This is definitely not heavy enough of a band for me. So let's use this one.
After this, we'll go into the full body flexibility that my coach has me doing. For my stretch. This one might be too tight. Let's see. Actually, this feels perfect. So here. I also want to make this very dangerous and put this around my ankles. So I have a little bit of work I do here as well. Oh yeah, that sucks so much. I did take long. You're going to hear me say that a lot. All right, so we're going to move into the full body flexibility work. Got about 15 minutes left. Let's head over here to the floor. Start out with pigeon rotations. Just from here. Hold 30 and 90 seconds here. $15, $16, $17, $18, $19, $20, $21, $22, $23, $24, $25, $26, $27, 28, 29, 30, other side. So for most of the mobility work that I do, I try to do the minimum effective dose because I want to see, well, one, I want to be able to get back to my work here as one of the managers of this facility, so I can't be spending 3-6 hours doing all this stuff, which would be ideal. I have to really focus on what's going to be the most efficient use of my time. So I try to do the minimum amount. That tends to keep my muscles fresher, my joints fresher, but it also allows me to train more regularly, and it also helps me to avoid burnout. If I'm doing too difficult of skills and training too often or too long, then I tend to, because of the amount of work I'm doing, facility, tends to overdo everything for me. Double leg deficit squat. Okay. Let me get some, let's go get some weights. Let's come down here. Grab some weights. Let's do 25. Nice and deep. side. This tends to be my harder side because I have some turf toe in this foot, which limits the range of toe flexion I can do. But feels like that is mostly cleared up too. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that's some good news. Couch side stretch. All right. So I do 5 seconds retraction, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 seconds relaxation, 2, 3, 4, 5. Retract, 3, 5. Relax, 3, 5. Retract, relax, retract. Straddle, good morning. Just over to our arms, top middle. This one is going to be 5 reps with a 30-second hold at the end. I use the decline to make gravity more on my side. Behind. Last one I'm going to hold for 30 seconds. Get as deep as I can.
14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. There we go. Probably this. Oh.
Go over here. Minute 30. Rock back and forward, contract, relax, tuck, arch. Rock back and forward, contract, relax, tuck, arch, repeat. And as I feel more range, I try to slide down a little bit farther every time. Back and forward, contract, relax. Rock back and forward, tuck under, arch, contract, relax. Rock back and forward, contract, relax. Sorry, tuck, arch, contract, relax. This one I definitely need a lot of right now. I've been neglecting my middle split work since I was on vacation. I did a little bit of it, but most of it was just lots of walking, which was really good for me. It's good to take breaks. Okay. All right. Yeah. Just want to walk around for a second. Let my hips relax. Middle split slide outs. I'm going to do 5 with a 30-second hold at the end. Sixteen, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Oh gosh. All right. Middle split, child pose. See what that is again.
per side. So what's hard about that one is my foot keeps on cramping. It's not necessarily the slide out that's difficult. Front split hold, 30 seconds, track relax per side. I always do my bad side first just because then I can feel good about my good side. Okay, 30 seconds. Two, three, four, five. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ah! Okay.
was a tough one. All right, and next, quick elevated bridge. All right, we'll see how this one goes. It might not be my day for this one. Yeah, let's do that one over here. Then cobra rotations. Come back over here. Sorry if I'm going to be out of screen with this one, but I don't feel like giving up. Other way. What's next? Is that everything? No, it's not everything. Elevated kettlebell Jeff curl, child pose with side bend. Okay. Elevated Jeff curl. I gotta get some more weight. I'll be right back. There it is. That's one of them.
the other one. I don't recommend using this weight. This is the first time ever doing these. So just make sure you look up how to properly load a Jefferson curl, because it's really easy to overreach with this one. This happens to be one of my specialty things that I have a lot of strength in this position. So I can easily do more weight than I'm doing right here, just because I have a lot of lower back strength in the rounded position. It's just always been one of my strong suits. And I hold for 30 seconds now. Then the last one is child's pose with side bend. Be there right here. This is more like the cool down part of this. So I'm going to do 30 seconds each direction. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for watching. If you did, that's it for today. And I'll be compiling this stuff into shorter content if you're interested in seeing that later on. And if you have any questions, please let me know below. Stuck around, put this on in the background. All right, everybody, have a great day. We'll see you